focus of the entire nation zooms in on a game like that. When it's a conference showdown, the stakes are even higher. Welcome to Austin, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Texas Tech Red Raiders. Taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollard with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Longhorns will get us started with the opening kickoff. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. The give out of the gun. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. Let's talk for just a second about Texas Tech. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top 2 teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these 2 teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Texas Tech.
Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. On the direct snap, it's Joyner. Turning it on. Touchdown, Red Raider. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. The give is to Williams. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. Still on his feet at the 45. Flying out to the left. The 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all away. Touchdown, Longhorns!
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. It seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with a big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Runs through the tackle. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Joyner. Breaks into the open. And he is brought down, but what a move he put on that first defender.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Trying to turn the corner on the left. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Boy, it was like the defender heard the play call. He was ready for that one.
One of the things is diagnose and go get it. They saw it, they went and got it. They would not let that ball go to the wide side of the field.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. With the catch, it's Gentry. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rounding to the football?
Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on 3rd down in DKR. Looking for a man. It's Hammond. And the deflection on 3rd down. How big is that? Forces a 4th down.
It's been a tale of 2 drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow. Allowed a touchdown on the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up 1 first down, but really nice job there on that 3rd down pass defense, forcing the incompletion, now trying to set up a punt.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. They're working that left side. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Longhorns can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Leaves it with the back. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the...
It's a fumble! Gets back on top of it and averts disaster. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
The Longhorns with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Scanning the field, it's Nelson. Going for the big play. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down. The third down's coming up.
Well, they hooked up already once for a score today, so the quarterback's going back to him again deep down the field, but it falls incomplete.
And the Longhorns come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. Finds his man. It's Wingo. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. They'd hoped to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a fourth and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the fourth down.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Oh, he's got some space. The 20, 10, touchdown Texas! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And man, that play looked a little bit too easy. Fourth down, big situation. You got to get up on these receivers and make it difficult. He gets the football right away, gets all the way to the end zone for the touchdown.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. So first down here as they go back to work. Gonna run it. It's Joyner. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
The Red Raiders in a good spot here with second and short. Motion from the wideout. To the air, it's Hammond. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. In their vision of that play, someone would run free after making an easy catch. There was nowhere to run and nowhere to go except down.
Probably looked really good when they drew that one up on the board this week in practice, but obviously a lot more difficult to go out and execute. Give the defense credit. Great stop.
DKR heating up and trying to make third down impossible here. They'll try to get the first through the air. Caught in the backfield, it's Joyner. At the 45 on his way. A giant chunk of yardage picked up there, and they're down to the 24.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They picked up an explosive play on a running back screen.
Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Carter. There he goes. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example of it.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the D denied him on second and goal. Gets the back moving. Running play to the left here, looking for the end zone. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line. to throw. It's Hammond. Here's a heat. They won't let him in. He had a nose for that end zone, but he will be stopped short. The offense trying to find a way on 4th and goal from the 2. They want to throw it into the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And I like the decision to go for it. And I think a lot of people probably thinking this close to the goal line, 4th and goal, are they going to power it in? Nice job. They had this play ready. They go with the pass. Nice throw, nice catch. Huge job and huge execution on 4th down.
If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wide receiver going in motion. Making side adjustments here. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot. But that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get.
It's a seam wide open. The 20. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns.
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Running back searching for a hole. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on 3rd down in DKR. Wants to throw. It's Hammond. Snagged in the middle. It's Hudson. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. The defense burns their 3rd and final timeout of the half. And the Red Raiders will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Oh, man, that is an absolute rocket launcher of a punt. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Looking for a physical attack coming up. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
They're going to keep feeding this guy the football, guys. Over 100 yards rushing with that last carry now. We knew coming into this game today, they had to get the running game going. They had to be able to turn around, hand it off, and get positive yards and set themselves up into manageable third down situations. We've seen them at any area of the field so far in this one have success in the running game. They'll keep that up until this defense proves they can stop it.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. He's taking the shot. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
And we've already seen this movie early in this football game, and he already has a touchdown, and they're seeking him again. And there's a reason. He can run, right? Like, he's one of their go-to guys on the outside, and you can tell they're trying to use him early and often in this offense.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Caught behind the line. It's Wingo. Great to have perfect blocking, but you can also make your own, and that's exactly what he does, getting it up to the 36.
I just continue to be impressed watching this guy play. Good decision-making, very accurate. He's obviously got a lot of talent surrounding him, so no surprise with that last completion. He's now over 3,000 yards on the year.
They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
Ooh, and that's a nice sigh of relief for the defense too, right? There was a broken tackle. The guy made it look like he was going to pick up the first, but because of great effort defensively, they were able to get the stop, and now they're setting up fourth down.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The Longhorns will punt it away on fourth down. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. A low line drive and short kick. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return.
Offense will take over. First and 10.
To get off a play before we head to halftime. Looking to throw, it's Hammond. Working that left side now. And the defense doesn't let him get loose, and that's going to wrap things up here in the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Red Raiders will boot it away to start the second half. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Now on second down for this offense. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll try the right side. Makes a man miss. Got the first down and more. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49. A big pickup there.
There's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
And the Longhorns will have it 1st and 10. Wants to adjust the pattern. They'll move the wide receiver. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. That's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for a man. It's Nelson. Get it out to the supersonic guy. The defense will converge, and out of bounds he goes at the 40. The Longhorns want to pick up the tempo. Wants to throw on 3rd. Quarterback adapting. He'll try to do it himself. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
QB's got to be able to play on so many different levels. They got to read coverages, know the snap count, know what everybody's doing, and then does a great job at the end making something out of nothing, making a positive play, picking up a new set of downs, a new set of problems for this defense.
They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. That's caught. It's Lockett. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. Line getting set on 2nd down. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll run the jet sweep, making the defense go sideline to sideline. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. The Longhorns are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. To the ground to try to pick up the 1st. He'll be stopped short, picks up 1, but they're facing 4th and 1.
He's tackled at the 26. Coming up, 4th down.
On 4th down, they could boot the field goal, but looks as if they'll go for it. Needs it to keep this drive alive. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Probably the only people upset about going for it on 4th down, the punters, who don't seem to see the field as much as they used to.
Not when you've got a running back like that. He just has like a sixth sense. He always seems like he can just find the crease, especially in these short yardage situations. He comes up with a huge play there on 4th down.
Finds the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the 1st? And the Longhorns with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Quarterback will keep it. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. The Longhorns back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Quarterback keeper. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is the top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
To the air. It's Nelson. Bringing the heat. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Well, a big key for this defense coming into this game was, could they impact this guy when he drops back to pass? We all know he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in all of college football. They weren't sure, honestly, if they were even going to be able to get him to the ground. They just wanted him to get rid of the football earlier than he needed to. But that time, in the second half, they come away with their first sack of the game, and that is going to be a big shot in the arm for this defense.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He is denied. Cannot get to the first down marker, and it's fourth down coming.
You know, I got to tell you, as an offense, moving forward in this game, third and long, you're going to have to push the ball downfield a little bit more. You got to throw to the sticks and give yourself a chance to convert these third downs.
And this one splits the uprights. And now the lead is even bigger.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Grab behind the line. It's Cobb. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Back to throw, it's Hammond. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
DKR heating up and trying to make third down impossible here. He's looking to pass. Caught in the backfield, it's Owens. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
I think moving forward on third down, this offense is going to have to be a little bit more aggressive and try to throw it vertically. Start throwing the ball around the line of scrimmage against these guys. They've got way too much speed, and you saw it right there.
Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes a catch, converts on fourth down, is still on his feet. Oh, look out on the right. Touchdown, Red Raiders. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
And that is such a backbreaker for the defense. Fourth and long, they're expecting throw that time. Everybody's got their eye on the QB, and still somehow they let the guy get in behind him for the long touchdown. That simply cannot happen.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. Here comes the Texas offense. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
They want that clock to run. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And this defense and their team, honestly, has just built some momentum here in this fourth quarter, man. And I'm interested to see this offense and if they can respond, if they can be physical, if they can run the football, they can make some plays here in this fourth quarter.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Makes the catch. It's Williams. He was hoping to get that thing down the sideline. They get him out of bounds at the 37.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
The give is to Williams. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And with the lead like they have here in the fourth quarter, no question this offense is going to continue trying to pound the rock. They're going to run the football and try to ice this game.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Dropping back, it's Nelson. Gets it to the back. Turning it on! They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
How about this offense, man? You got to love it. Late in the fourth quarter, you have the lead. They don't get conservative. Staying balanced. Run, back it up with a pass, getting the first down, a few more first downs, and you can walk out of here with a W.
Tight end now in motion. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. They'll send the tight end in motion. The run from the shotgun. Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Big 3rd down play here. If they get a stop, you'll see an immediate timeout. To the air, it's Nelson. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that, and here on a critical 3rd down late in the game with the lead, guess who shows up with another big one? That guy.
And the Longhorns with the 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
And you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach. And the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
Offense will take that. Free 5 yards every time. Bad discipline by the defense.
That penalty is the last thing this defense needed. Now it's 2nd and 4. And the quarterback takes a knee. Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess this was an upset, but to my eyes, we saw two really good teams slug it out, and
two really good teams, man. That's a reason why they're both ranked. They're both really good, and I tell you what, getting this win proves something